Now, we have really seen that when we talk about acids and bases, we say that acids have a low pH and then bases have a higher pH above 7. What is this pH? Okay, what is this pH? How can we measure it? How can we interpret it? What are the chemicals that we can use? Or do we have an instrument to measure it? What is pH? That's the question. So pH is not very complicated. pH actually stands for potential for hydrogen. And I want you to notice that the P is actually small and then the H is a uppercase letter. Okay, so pH stands for potential for hydrogen. It tells us the extent of acidity or alkalinity of a substance or a solution. So we determine it using what you call a pH scale. We have a standard pH scale that starts from 0 up to 14. Okay, 0 up to 14. pH 7, that's the neutral pH. Okay, our blood is around pH 7, by the way. Okay, even the water that we take is around 7 there. Okay, and then things that are acidic below 7, things that are alkalinic above 7. Okay, strong alkalinity is towards 14. Okay, and strong acidity is towards 0. Okay, that's the pH scale. You can notice here acidic. As we go on, it turns to neutral. So around here you have neutral, and then from there upwards you have alkalinic solutions. That's the pH scale. Okay. The interpretation remains that the lower the scale, the more acidic it is. So that is the more concentration of hydrogen ions that you will have. If you are moving upwards, it means that you will have a lower concentration of hydrogen ions. That means the more alkalinic or the more basic the solution. So you have what you call a pH color chart. It's what tells you the color ranges across the different pH readings. Red usually very acidic, then followed by pink, around 3 there, orange, brown, around 4, yellow is 5, green, neutral, orange there, 6 to 8, and then move to blue, 9 to 10, indigo is 12 to 12, I mean 11 to 12, and then violet 13 to 14, very basic. Okay, we have what you call pH indicators. pH indicators really looked at them earlier on. We hinted on the fact that these can change their color depending on the pH of the solution. Okay, depending on the pH of the solution. So we have those that are naturally occurring indicators, and then we have those that we really manufacture for different purposes, basically to test the pH of solutions. So natural indicators are quite many. Hibiscus flowers, and then you have red cabbage, red leaves. Okay, those are naturally occurring indicators, and then we have synthetic ones, universal indicators, phenolphthalein and methyl orange. These are the ones you commonly find in your lab. So universal indicator is a mix of indicators that changes color depending on the pH solution. So that means that you can basically use it to test the pH of any solution because it is a mixture of different indicators. Okay, so it is available in solution form or even in paper form, and then because it is universal, it's a mixture of many indicators. You can use it for either basic or even acidic solutions. Phenolphthalein, we have talked about it, methyl orange, and then bromophile blue. That is bromophenol blue. Bromophenol blue. pronunciations out. Okay. That is bromothermal blue. Okay, so these ones are actually more specific because they can change colors in specific pH ranges. Okay, why do we need to know the pH? For example, if actually your blood pH changes, you have a lot of problems. Okay, so it is very important to maintain a constant pH, but also in the laboratory, there are some reactions that will take place in specific pH ranges. Yeah, even in biology, we know that some enzymes work in acidic or even alkaline environments. So that means that it is very important to maintain pH in the body, but also in the chemistry lab, for example, you have some reactions that take place in particular pH ranges. Organisms, for example, the plants, okay, the plants also grow in particular soil pH. You have those that grow well in alkaline, you have those that grow well in acidic pH. Even the drugs that you take, their absorption is affected by the pH. Okay, so that means that pH is quite an important concept to note. Thank you for listening to this presentation.